right, welcome, and thank you for answering the call of Cthulhu. Tonight we are joined by a variety of characters set in the fall of 1923. We will start with our private investigator.
Atticus Declan, also known as Trick Dacey.
Sorry. The name's Law. Murphy Law.
Jesus Christ.
Lenora Winters.
My character is called Cornelius Blackwell.
Robert Dashwood.
All of these people are from various backgrounds. We have two different private investigators. We have one architect, one lawyer, and one engineer. Now, all of these people met each other back when they were all, for various reasons, checking into a house for a very wealthy homeowner. They bought a house in Boston, and it just so happened that rumors required that they would look into this house before they could actually do anything with it. Well, they all came together and were able to thwart the evil deeds of one Walter Corbett Esquire, who was haunting his own premises after being buried in his basement. At his own request. Now, this group did manage to take him down and free the house of this curse, and as they parted ways, they all agreed that in the case of any other strange phenomena or cases that require expertise, that our private investigators could call upon them. And today just so happens to be one of those days. As Murphy Law, you have received a call from one Josh Winscott of Rhode Island.
Ooh. Josh Winscott.
He had called, and he wants to set up a meeting. He would like to discuss with you matter of urgency. And he would like if you could get anyone around that might have some sort of previous experiences with houses and maybe a notary.
Notary,
Yes, somebody who can of high regards, but I cannot hire them myself. I need someone else to bring them on.
I need to keep it low, huh?
Yeah, very much so.
Well, you came to the right guy. Where do you want to meet?
Please come meet me in Rhode Island. I live in the town of Providence.
Providence.
Is that the only town?
Well, it's the capital.
I heard you're the person to come to when everything that does go wrong does.
That's right. That's what the law's for.
And being outside of Rhode Island, being based in Boston, I think you were somebody I could use.
Alright. You've put your trust in the right man. I'll get some of my acquaintances around, and I'll meet you in Providence.
Perfect.
Have a good day, Sir Winscott.
And you as well, Mr. Law.
Alright.
Well, I thought we were going to do our improvements and stuff.
Oh, yes. We can get on that as you guys travel.
Off the phone, Dick.
And
In my defense, these were supposed to happen before the phone call.
Mr. Trick Dacey,
Yes.
you also receive a call
Shit.
claiming
He
the
called me
same
first.
thing. I am Josh Winscott
Josh
of
Winscott.
Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island. And
And what can I do for you, Mr. Winscott?
I need some help looking into a property I have inherited. And I very much need some people experienced in checking into houses. And
Like a realtor?
And no, a little bit different than that.
Okay. What exactly is going on with the property that you need a private investigator?
Well, I just need some validation, and I think somebody who is a private investigator might be able to do that.
Okay. Do you know anything about the history of the home?
Unfortunately, not as much as I would like. I'm not too read up on my family because, well, it's quite embarrassing, really. I believe a lot of the root of my family's wealth did come from, from slave owners in the past, and again, quite embarrassing.
Okay.
But I can tell you more about the house when you get to Rhode Island.
Okay. Providence, you said?
Providence, yes.
Alright. And has there been any strange going-ons in the house?
Well,
Crazy noises, unexplained phenomena, floating knives, bloody sinks?
no, nothing
Oh.
of that sort.
That sounds great!
What do you need me for?
But if you do know anyone that is of good knowledge of structures or even a notoriety from some sort of law background, would be great, just to help validate some potential claims I'm having you look into.
I may know some individuals, some contacts of mine that I can get a hold of.
Well, that would be great. I will see you when you arrive in Providence.
Okay. Mr. Winscott, correct?
Yes,
All right.
Josh
Making sure.
Winscott.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hang up the phone.
All right.
Sounds like a dick.
Says trick.
So, have a bit of time before you guys would head off. Over the past 6 months, since your investigation of the dear Corbett house, some time has passed. What have you guys been doing in said time? Trick Daisy, I do believe you received a book that you have been reading.
Yes, I read through both of those books and the journal.
All right. So you have learned quite some things. Maybe even heard some names scribbled into some pages. Who's to say for sure?
What
We've
names?
lost into the darkness.
Who's to say for sure? Okay.
We'll see what pops out as you learn more.
As over
got
the
all you
few
need,
weeks
Tom?
too, I feel like it would
got all
make
you need,
sense
Yes.
if through all of that, because of the experiences and everything else that happened, Trick would have put a lot more time and energy into researching the occult, things
Okay.
of that nature.
Then go ahead and make an improvement on your occult skill, or an improvement check.
Now I want to roll higher than my number this time.
Yes.
It's 10 right now, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Once you roll an 8.
70.
Yep, you get to make your improvement.
That's a D10.
Yep. Huh. You've learned so much.
Wow.
Now,
Do we make improvements on the other skills?
yes, you can make other improvement rolls. I won't monitor all of them.
Do you want us to do those?
Yeah, you can do those. Now, Murphy Law.
Yes.
What would you have been doing in these past 6 months? You can choose 2 things that you might have been improving upon or learning about.
Alright. I would have also spent more time about the paranormal, hauntings, the 1920s. Movies weren't really big yet, I'm sure. So,
You mean the theater?
yeah, the theater.
The moving
Theater.
pictures.
So, the
Oh, the
paranormal,
one, the
I've
chapter?
picked up some books from the library, did some studying,
Okay.
and I would have,
And you could put both of them in the same if you'd like.
no, I would have tried and made some contact with
But this is
the
me.
local drifters.
Okay.
Because they can see and hear things other people usually don't.
Okay.
So I've been trying to build some rapport with those people.
Okay. So obviously there's an occult improvement that you could make. Otherwise, maybe fast talking, working with the local drifters, or is there another skill you would prefer?
Oh. Where's the fast talk here?
I went up 9 and 1, 0.
Yeah, I'll do fast talk.
All right. So go ahead and make your improvements on those.
Stop it.
95, alright.
Now I think that sounds like an improvement.
It does. 6.
How we roll?
And you said what was the paranormal
Occult.
occult? So,
Yep.
it's 36.
And do we roll for luck before the session or at the end?
We'll do it before, because we could do all of our improvements as we come back.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna shoot that quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, one.
And do remember to do your luck rolls, of course. And
What is the luck roll?
just
Yeah,
an
it's
improvement
5.
roll.
Okay. Well, I did improve shit.
And then enough time has passed since you do regain 1 HP a day. All of your health would be at max.
Nice.
Oh, yes, I was slightly injured.
Back to
Yep.
max health.
Because, yeah, at 1 HP a day, and the fact that it's been 6 months, I think you've regained it. Unless
Got
you
it.
want to give me a reason why you've been hurt recently.
Electric shock.
Dog fights.
Do we get to improve everything we improved
Yep.
or succeeded on last time?
Yes, you can also make any of those improvements.
Awesome.
Lenora.
I made an improvement to everything except
Right.
psychology.
In,
I made one.
Didn't get the
my
psychology.
time away,
And it was
after
one.
experiencing very magical life, I've decided to
Yeah.
take on,
That's awful.
instead of
It's
just
bad.
the hobby, to being more of a tactical way of going about things for throwing knives.
Okay.
So, throw and fighting brawl, because also hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So I can get both of those.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make your improvement rolls.
I didn't get to improve any of
Yep.
them.
Really?
Yeah.
65 out of 30.
Don't worry,
yeah.
Sana. I went up by
Sure.
1
Yeah.
for 1.
Ooh, but I got max on it. So.
Nice.
Do you get to improve your dodge if you
Yeah.
succeed in that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
I must have face tagged everything. I wasn't happy.
What did your dodge? 2?
Oh, and then I didn't improve on my throw.
There's no move I want to get.
We got better at fighting, but unfortunately, your throwing hasn't improved much.
That is.
It wasn't terrible before, but it could have definitely gotten better.
Oh my.
Aha, here's the reference chart.
You just couldn't get past that side fling. You're still working on the forward throw.
Just to make sure, when we do our points in the very beginning, when you make your character, you can put points in dodge, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure I didn't mess that up.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the fact that I
Start
wish I
off
had
with
known.
half your decks, but
Yeah.
then you can add.
Add points, that's what I
Yes.
did. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to.
All
or
right,
not.
Cornelius.
Calculator.
Upgrading my show.
Hold on, they have the master company book, so
Yeah, Kevin,
We can
hurry
pass
up.
that
Jeez.
I will be
I will
done
fix
when
that
I am
all
done.
well, I went up by 1, so nothing changed for me.
What about it?
So Cornelius, what would you have been doing?
I think his first goal would be to look over old case files to see if he'd spot any weird things similar to his latest case.
Okay. Are you looking for occult then, or
I was thinking maybe spot hidden. And,
looking for hidden details within cases?
Yeah.
Got it. We'll go ahead and make your improvement.
Call might have been a better idea. Spot hidden
Here's
would be
the
kinda decent.
reference table for numbers.
Oh, up at 83. I'm a little bit better at this.
All right. Now, were you just working on that, or were you working on anything else?
I was thinking that as like a leisurely thing in between all of this stressful stuff, you would go to like maybe a local art exhibit just to appreciate the arts. And I was trying to lean that toward like maybe an appraisal.
Ah, okay.
Let me just go to 4.
Well, yes, go ahead and make an appraisal.
Oh, good. I improved it.
All right. Perfect. And Herbert. what were you doing?
Quick question. Mr. Knott was our employer last, correct? For the Corbett House?
Yes.
Alright, did our deal continue or did that fall through?
It ended up falling through.
I figured.
Yeah.
So
The way you guys left off wasn't on best terms. He did let you complete that house, but he didn't go through with any others.
fair enough, he's a scummy person. And I won't do business with that kind of man. But well, since that fell through, and after the experiences we experienced, turn my eyes towards something a bit more for the protection of civilians. Since the Great War happened, and we'll never have another one, I didn't prove anything. Focused on, like
Thank God
PPE,
nothing like that'll ever
personal
happen
protective
again.
equipment for police officers, firefighters, emergency crews, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Something that could really help people. And if any one of his allies in this occultish field were to mention any special materials or things, kept contacts open for all kinds of elements.
Okay.
But other than that, focused on testing, bullet resistant or impact resistant material. So probably just a handgun to test it in the lab.
Okay.
Beyond that, 2 skills.
Or it could be two in the same.
It might just be 2 in the same. My engineering can't really go much. And since I just used my raw strength about 300 times last time, I'm assuming that I'll be good there. So yeah, I'm just gonna firearms a couple times.
All right.
Or is credit rating one we can do?
Yeah. Yep.
Sure, we'll do a credit rating and a firearms. Why not?
Let's see if you made any additional money while you were
Credit rating.
switching over from your previous career.
Nope.
All right.
That was almost a crit success.
Business has not taken off for the PPE.
It's in developmental stages. Hoping to get me one of those nice military grants.
Uh,
Firearms went up though.
nice.
All right.
I know my gun jammed last time. Can I say that I cleaned all that stuff out and make sure
Yes.
everything's working again?
Yes.
I still have Trick's gun, by the way.
I have replaced my 38.
Got it.
And I have purchased one.
All right. Has anyone else purchased any other equipments that you might want to have had?
Oh, I'm not sure what it's called, but one of those police beating sticks.
A billy
Oh,
club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can fit in a pocket of a coat, right?
Police beating stick.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I love that.
That is the American term.
Yeah.
I would like to have one of those.
All
I
right.
believe
Go
the
ahead.
technical
That would
term
make
is
sense.
A negotiator.
Oh my goodness.
Especially
Blackjack.
since you have connections
blackjack.
in the forces.
Yeah.
They got you hooked up with
I got
one.
a used one.
So what is
Blood
what is
still
it?
on it.
Still has some blood.
Either billy club or
Some
baton.
darn
Blackjack.
criminal.
Blackjack.
Baton is the
Modern.
modern version.
Yeah, just had to paint it red.
I'm pretty sure
The
it's
negotiator.
I think the equipment stuff is.
The other one. Here
I'm
it
not
is.
sure.
It's called the blackjack.
Thank you.
I believe it's a 1d8 plus damage bonus.
Wow, that's really good.
That's as good as my
That's
fucking large
stronger than
one.
my sliver.
That's almost as good as my gun.
It
Ow.
You can beat someone.
the
with
blackjack is really good.
I have a sword and it's weaker.
It's a shame that most of the stuff we fight in here will just kill us outright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I know is that double barrel shotgun's the way to go.
Yeah.
That takes care of super zombies.
Two-handed guns really are the ultimate weapon.
So, between Murphy and Trick, did anyone make calls to your old companions to get them in on this job?
Yes, I would have gotten a hold of Dashwood shortly after the call. I would have gotten a hold of Dashwood. Dashwood!
Oh,
Trip.
I got called first. Can I do this first?
Yep.
Hold on, there's a party line.
Yes. Murphy, you would have got the call first.
All right.
Who would you have called first?
I would have called Mr. Blackwell.
Yeah.
Mr. Blackwell first.
All
I was
right.
gonna say, I called Dashwood.
So,
What a pissing match.
right now we will start with your call to Blackwell.
All right. Sorry to steal your thunder, Frick.
Oh, you're
but,
fine.
You know, I'm just.
Not the first one.
All right. Bring.
Hello?
Blackwell. It's Law. Murphy Law?
From the Corbett case?
Yeah.
Hands
Nope, never again.
Are you still interested in gaining some more PI experience?
Did you find another crazy happening?
I have an interested customer who would like to have someone with a more notary background. Someone involved with law.
I see. Well, I have nothing else really going on right now. I'll take up the job.
All right.
Just a bored old
He
man.
wants to meet in Providence, Rhode Island. There we go.
Well, alright, I'll meet you there. Did you get a place? Or?
I figured
He
we'd
gave
just-
you his address.
All right.
And
123 First Street.
it's just a few roads over from Prospect Road. He lives very close to the John Hay Library.
Ooh. How about we meet up at the library?
Understood. I will meet you there.
Sounds good.
John Hay Library.
All right. Next up, I would like to call our engineer. No,
Architect.
architect.
Before you get that call, Trick got his call
That's
into
Fun
Herbert.
fact, my library is went up by 1 point. It's my only improvement.
Dashwood, it's Trick.
Yeah.
I got a call here from a Mr. Josh Winscott, Providence, Rhode Island.
About?
Apparently, he just procured, not sure of all the details, he was a little sparse on them, but
Sounds like your kind of case.
he's got a house that he said he wants looked into.
Looked into, like, termites?
Now,
Looked
I
into...
asked, no strange noises, no blood in the sinks, no crazy zombies in the basement. So,
The blood came from the ceiling.
there wasn't any blood.
Okay.
And no crazy noises and, windows shutting themselves.
Ah.
But he did ask if I would be able to bring someone down with me to check this place out. And, I mean, let's face it, between, I know we had that crazy stuff that happened a few months ago. I'd rather have you checking stuff out with me than that dickhead Law.
7-9
Luckily,
Power
this guy
Street.
called me first, so
Well,
we don't have to deal with those others,
Yeah, the sibling rivalry, if you could call it that, was the professional competition was a bit of a hindrance at times.
It just, it's bothersome.
Indeed.
Luckily, we don't got to worry about that this time. Just you and I going down, checking this out. It should go a lot smoother.
All right, where are we going?
Providence, Rhode Island. From what I understand, the place is near the
7-9 Power Street.
library. If you want to meet up there, we can meet at the station and head there together, or we can meet there in Rhode Island.
We can meet at the library. I think that'll be just fine. Did any kind of equipment we need, or?
Well, I mean,
It sounds suspicious hiring a PI to find an engineer to look at a house.
that's
but
exactly what I thought, so bring whatever equipment you feel necessary. I've
bring my hammer and my blowtorch.
got my 45. That served us well last
Is that
time.
what you used? All right. I need to pick one of those up on my way. This 32, I don't think this could puncture a butterfly.
It works in a pinch, but I'd rather have...
I'd rather not be in the
reliable.
pinch.
No, that's right.
Fantastic. Well, I'll get my stuff around and I will bring my hammer.
All right. See you in Rhode Island.
Cheers.
All right.
All right. You would have made your next call now to Lenora Winters.
All
I don't remember you. You probably don't remember me.
Fight so much.
right. Winters, right? All right.
You just get a random phone
Yes,
call. Hey,
you-
want to fight some weird, crazy shit?
Sorry, and I did miss it. He did give an address. 7-9 Power Street.
793 Power Street.
No. 7-9
Okay.
Power Street. This is the 1920s.
Yes, but this is also Providence, Rhode Island. An original colony, major city, small state.
Original colony. There was only 80 people.
Is it Rhode Island?
That was more than what we had.
Rhode Island is probably the smallest, actually.
It's super tiny.
Mhm.
Oh, it's its own state?
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't
It's
it this
attached
tiny
to New
little
York
thing?
City,
Yeah,
though.
isn't it
Yeah,
like
yeah,
right there
here.
in the river?
I'll show you.
Well, we've just lost everyone from Rhode Island. Don't worry. We
No
only
one's
lost a
watching
population
this.
of like
Yeah, all
100.
5 of them.
Okay.
Sorry, Rhode
Alright.
Island, I apologize.
No. Rhode Island's not
He
connected
does not.
to New York. It's next to Connecticut, so that's Rhode Island right there.
Oh, okay.
So
They're all
Connecticut,
The
just so-
city of
Massachusetts,
New York,
Yeah, it's literally.
you can
it's little
see
tiny
Jersey from it. Oh, I'm
Well-
thinking New Jersey. not
Everyone
Rhode
can
Yeah.
see the smoke cloud of New
New
Jersey.
Yeah.
New York.
Is this our phone call between Lenora and Murphy?
New
Not
York-
even
Where
about
exactly
where.
is
Where the hell's Rhode Island, man?
Because this little sliver of
Yep, my
land is
bad.
still New York, so
Okay.
you can take like a little like trolley over.
Yeah.
Trolley.
What?
Take
Gotcha.
trolley and then the buggy.
I was thinking New Jersey. not Rhode
Alright.
Island. My bad.
You're good.
Yeah.
Happens.
I
Oh,
apologize
right.
to everyone
Bring,
from
bring.
both of those states.
Winter's
You may hate me.
residence.
It's
You
fine.
really
Miss
need to
Winters,
apologize
it's,
to Rhode Island.
Murphy Law. We worked together on the Corbett case.
Well, I did. I said both.
That disastrous place, yes.
Yes.
New Jersey's getting an
I
upgrade.
just got another job offer, and my client preferred someone with a more architectural background, someone who's very familiar with blueprints and the layout of
Trick.
houses.
Who did you
Holmes.
call next?
Only him.
Oh,
Yeah, I
It'd be a nice big surprise.
God, I feel well. I feel so low.
suppose if
He's the only
I'm
one I
the
trust.
person you're asking for, I can definitely
The old
help.
man was almost
Alright,
useless. He didn't even come downstairs.
If you want,
Oh, he was
I
he was
will
useful in
offer you
helping me hurt my
small
shoulder.
retainer for working on this case with me.
The whole time.
If you
No,
want
I
to
stole
constitute-
my gun.
Oh,
Small for sure, but yes.
Hey, we were bathed in blood
We can
together.
settle
All right,
later
we have a
on
bond.
final payments.
All right.
Blood
we,
brothers.
We
Dick and
plan on
dash.
meeting on the library
Dick
in
and dash.
Providence, Rhode Island.
Which means shot by a 45 and hit with a
Fantastic.
sledgehammer.
That's a wonderful drive.
In that order.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my
I've
knee!
also invited Mr. Blackwell.
Yes.
I wear white so they can see the splatter.
Cornelius, if I remember correctly.
Indeed. Well, all right. Thank you for your assistance, and I will see you out on Providence.
Sounds wonderful.
Right. Click.
Now, would you have called Herbert?
No, I got my law and.
Your architect?
Well, actually, I've been thinking. I'm not gonna call Dick. I mean, Dick, excuse me.
Obviously.
Trick, Dick, Daisy, Wasty, it all the same.
I'll see if Herbert's interested. I'll
All right.
give him a quick ring.
Is this
Just
after, or-
shortly after getting a call
There you
from
go.
Trick Daisy, a few minutes later, the phone rings again.
I'm throwing stuff in a giant duffel bag. Hello?
Hey, Herbert, it's Law. Murphy Law. We work on
Oh.
the Herbert case.
Yeah.
I got another client who's interested in getting some people to do a job for him. I was wondering if you were interested in working together one more time.
I am, but Trick just called me with a job out in Rhode Island.
You hear an aggressive silence on the other end of the line.
Check the cables.
Rhode Island, huh?
Ah, yes.
This happens to be in Providence.
Is there anything else in Rhode Island?
When. So, you're already working with Trick then?
Well, yes, he called.
Alright. Well,
I mean, if we're going to be nearby, I'll be more than happy to assist.
Absolutely.
From the
If-
sounds of it, this is a waste of our time, but
Probably, but it's always worth to check out new business opportunities.
we're going to be meeting at the John Hay Library.
Another fucking aggressive
Library.
silence. We'll be there too.
Wait! Oh, okay. Tell me to wiggle it.
I
Oh,
have,
fantastic.
the other acquaintances will also be meeting at the library.
Oh, brought a full team, have you?
Yep.
All right.
So Trick's gonna be there.
Unless this is a prank.
I just sent you to Rhode Island.
If not, I know where he lives. I'll pay him a visit.
You get to the library and some old man comes out and just, you've been tricked.
Oh my
I
god.
get back in my car, drive to his office, and I'll take the door out with my hammer.
I will just do a heavy sigh that ends in a wheeze and a heavy, nasty cough. Alright. See you at Providence. Like.
Aged like milk, that one.
All right. Well, with the team assembled,
With me.
all of you head over to Providence, Rhode Island. Now, what kind of transportation would everyone have taken over there?
Oh shit, I
If
never picked up the
possible.
car.
Yeah, I would have also taken public transportation.
All right.
I would have drove a car.
Car?
I've got my own personal car.
No, you would have been driven.
I'm too rich to drive.
A vehicle of some sort.
All right. You would have
Probably
driven.
a work vehicle.
Okay, work vehicle.
Something where I could store my tools and maybe a passenger.
Well, everyone has, a pretty silent ride over there, except for the two PIs. You definitely ran into each other on the trains over.
Damn it.
Even if it
Looks
was
down the train,
just,
looks down the train.
even if it was just a glance, you both walked into a train cart at one point, opposite ends. Turned, there you were, opposite ends of the cart.
Law. What exactly are you doing here? Of all the train cars and all the world, you walk into mine.
You may not be familiar with the concept of work, but I have a client to meet.
A client on the train?
What kind of business do you run? No, I'm on the way to the clients.
Where are you headed?
What's the matter to you?
Because I'm also going to meet a client.
Yeah, I know. I talked to Herbert.
You talked to Herbert?
That's right.
Traitorous scum. What, did he tell you about the job in Rhode Island? Is that why you're going? Did he call you?
I called him with the job offer in Rhode Island, Providence, and we're all gonna meet up at the library. Might as well show up together. Now sit down. Have a smoke.
I take a cigarette.
So,
Still
tension.
got my 38?
What? No, I give that back to you.
38 strapped to their side.
Fucking piece of shit.
It's like right here.
So, tension, the whole ride down.
Ugh. I keep bumming cigarettes.
All right.
I have a pack unopened in my pocket.
Hidden or showing?
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter to me. I can afford them. So.
As everyone can tell, Trick Dacey and Murphy Law are great partners in the private investigating business.
Oil and water.
Well, you all arrive in Providence, Rhode Island. Train stops a few blocks away from the library. Everyone else is able to drive right up. Most of our people driving definitely would have arrived first.
Yeah.
So you all would have saw each other as you entered into the library. But not shortly thereafter, both of your PIs walk in together, surprisingly.
Mr. Blackwell, Miss Winters.
Ashwood, Sprinters.
She does not greet you.
Yeah.
I curtsied. Yeah.
It's because of the electrical burns.
Yep,
isn't
I
it?
have a name.
Well, I'm glad I'm not working with you two. Well, you're alright. You seem well after your spill down the stairs and your faint. I was worried for your heart.
I'm doing quite well.
That's good to hear.
But what are you doing?
I'm meeting Trick Dacey. He's got a job. He wanted my expertise in that.
Does it have anything to do with investigating a certain property?
I believe a house or a building.
Was I told the address?
Yeah.
Does that have anything to do with a property on 79 Power Street?
I don't think I was told the address, so I don't know.
You were told the address.
Oh, okay.
But you just weren't on the phone because I hadn't been told the address yet.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It happens to be, yes.
I think we're all going to be here for the same reason.
Well, that's not going to be good.
And then as you say that, the doors open up for your PIs.
A fog
Almost
of
hand
smoke
in hand.
with cigarettes separating.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trick
God.
walks in, tips his trilby to everybody.
Oh, we're inside a building.
Yeah.
Sick.
A public building too. So
Yeah. I do not take my hat off.
I'm not wearing a
That
hat.
is
So
so rude not to take your hat off inside of the building.
Well, I don't plan on being here long.
It's still rude.
It's well nice to see all of you again. Except Law.
Herbert, Cornelius,
Miss
Laura.
Winters.
Basin.
So, the gang's back together, or
Sure
Apparently
looks like
so.
Are we gonna
Apparently we weren't the only people that were told about this job. So
it. Seems like Trick needed some more help on this case.
I called all the help I thought I needed.
You didn't think you needed us then?
Well, it's not. I was worried about your health, sir.
Look, it was a one-time thing. Normally, I don't pass out when things get difficult.
well, you're 0 for 1, Michael.
That is 0%.
We're here for more experience.
I hope we fight old man in the basement again so I can redeem myself.
Yeah.
From what I heard, there wasn't anything overtly paranormal about this house we're supposed to be going to look. I'm not sure exactly what.
He told me
He
to
wants
bring
us to
legal
find.
representation with
See.
us. That's why I called Mr. Blackwell.
That's suspicious. To ask for 2 PIs for legal and,
Structural.
technical.
Yeah, and when
Yeah.
I asked, he didn't want to disclose this information over the phone, so
Suspicious.
yeah.
Suspecting trouble and assumed we wouldn't be interested if there was any.
He sounded a bit nervous for sure.
He did. He did some nervous.
Who is our client?
Uh,
far
It
as
was
your
Mr.
client.
Josh Winscott.
Alright, and what is the expected time and pay?
Did not
well, I'm
say.
sure we will be
Okay, we will
discussing
negotiate.
this.
Alright.
However, I have promised Miss Winters here a $10 retainer to start with, if you're interested.
So you guys said the name. I see the librarian, an old kind of frail-looking guy, shaved head, cigarette sitting out of his mouth. Y'all say Winscott?
Yeah?
Indeed, we did, and I take my hat off.
A wealthy family round these parts. Not like, some of those crazy wealthies, but like,
I heard they, rumor has it they procured their wealth through
slaves. Yeah,
Yeah, that's the one.
yeah. I mean, back in the day, of course.
Who's around Rhode Island didn't?
But, hey, yeah, I mean, after the laws went into place, I mean, that was a thing. But if you guys want to read up on them at all, feel free to stop on by. I'm sure you can find it in some of those books over yonder. Points towards the Rhode Island history section.
Mind if we check some of those out?
Yeah, come back anytime. Take a read.
No better time.
Do we
Oh.
want to do that now, or do we want to go talk to the client?
Well, when were we supposed to meet them?
Oh, okay.
He
T-
didn't-
today.
Yeah, he just said today.
Well, I
Oh,
figured that's a good
well.
place to...
And then if you guys are looking for some other, like, local history stuff a little bit more, there is the Providence Athenaeum. They're kind of uptown a little bit of ways, but you are going to have to spend about $15 to get in there. They have
$15 to get in there?
It's an annual fee thing. You guys don't look like you're from around here.
No, I'm from Boston.
Yeah,
Actually.
here on business.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be $15. But I'm sure one of y'all can afford that. I mean, some of you guys look like you have some nicer clothes on.
Gestures of this side of the table.
I just glanced at Blackwell.
You're just as rich
Oh,
as
Thank
we're
you for the
just as
information, Mr.
I think we're all the same.
Oh, my name?
I have 6
My name is Peterson. Roberts Peterson.
Roberts Peterson.
Yeah.
Your name is Dick Dick.
It's Dick's Dick.
Only as friends.
Well, fantastic. Well, let's go meet this client, figure out if we're getting paid enough for this, and then
Yeah.
maybe come back to the library.
Do you allow the books to be taken outside of the building? Check out?
No, we need to keep them here.
Alright.
But, I mean, there's plenty of tables around here. You can see there's a general arrangement of tables, desks to sit at. You can actually see a couple of it. Looks like notaries from different law offices just kind of sitting around writing up things. Plenty of law books by them.
Okay. Suppose we should head over to 79 Power Street.
Is that where we're meeting them, or is that the property?
I
It's
believe that's the
where-
property.
Yeah. No, I believe
Where
it's
they-
Mr. Winscott's
Yeah, first
It is his
office?
property.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you two spoke to the gentleman, so I will follow the lead.
It's just a few blocks away on this nice and bright sunny day. It's actually quite nice out.
I don't like the sun. It's bright.
So you guys wander your way over into this
I work under that.
nice place that has a big hill. And right at the bottom of the hill, you see a sign that just says College Hill. And there's a lot of nice houses around here. It's quite a lovely neighborhood.
Like the house you look at, like, ooh, I can't afford that.
Yeah, it's an expensive place.
All right.
So, as you approach this two-story building, you see a tall, lanky man kind of step out the door. Stands tall. He's dressed very nice, wearing a long-sleeve dress shirt, vest over top, and he's got a Turkish cigarette kind of sitting outside his mouth. Really stands out, and he's standing up as a proud
Thank you,
Englishman.
Cambridges.
I will fix that. Continue.
Hello. You must be the private investigators.
Yes. Trick Dacey.
Murphy Law.
Ah, yes, and
These are our associates and confidants.
perfect.
Mr. Dashwood, Mr. Blackwell, Miss
Miss
Winters.
Winters.
Come on in. Of course, I'm Josh Winscott, and this is the property. We have plenty to discuss. As he leads you in, you can see this house has been under a lot of construction inside. He leads you through just a general entryway and into a side almost dining area where you can smell fresh coffee. He gestures to a nice dining table, New English style.
Okay.
Please sit down. Could I interest anyone in a cup of coffee?
I'll take some.
Wouldn't mind one.
I'll take the cup.
Okay, all right. And
Did he continue to smoke inside?
yes,
Okay.
and as you look at him closer, you can see he looks a little bit worn right now, like he's been laboring a bit.
All right. Looking at this guy, how old is he?
Oh, he's definitely a little bit younger. Say like mid to upper 20s.
All right.
And he's definitely has a writer's look about him.
Yeah. All right.
So he comes back in and he sets out a cup of coffee for everyone.
You're good.
Sets out a cup of coffee for everyone. So, the house. What I have going on here and why I want to keep everything very private. So, you see, Providence, Rhode Island has a history of dealing with slaves, and my family, of course, was part of that. Well, this estate has been my family for many years. And I've just inherited it from my long lost aunt.
My condolences.
Well, thank you. Well, it's a beautiful house. And there have been rumors about this town that there used to be these old slave tunnels that slavers would use to still get slaves after all was done. Well,
After the laws changed.
exactly. And you see, although today, obviously, we don't have slaves anymore, the tunnels themselves would be of great historical value. Well,
That's true.
if you would follow me. He stands up he gestures, and he gestures that you can bring your coffee as well.
I will definitely take my coffee with me.
Okay.
He leads you through a couple of rooms where you can still see that there's been work, but there's nobody here at this point. Like somebody's been renovating.
Mr. Winscott, do you mind if I light a cigarette?
Oh, absolutely.
I can do so.
He flicks away his into a corner and pulls out another nice Turkish cigarette.
Nice.
And he leads you down into the basement. As you get down there, it's well lit. He's got the
How are
lights
the
on.
stairs?
The
Yeah,
stairs
are
are
they
actually
moving?
nice.
Okay.
They're
Do we
very
need to
nice
make a
stairs.
dex check?
I look back at Blackwell. Just, are you okay?
Give him a poke. They look stable.
All right.
I will offer an arm, just so you're not using a cane down these
You know,
dreadful
I'll do
stairs.
the same for Miss Winters. Just offer it. You can.
Josh is
Option not to take it.
staring at you guys. He's a little concerned, but this is what he's paying
We
for.
have a problem with stairs.
Well, some
Okay.
Shit and then support you with it.
How about tight corridors?
Yes, and I'm just like, I use
Never
that
been a
other
problem in
hand
the
to go,
past.
like, into-
Perfect.
can't
There
wait
aren't
for
any
me
dead
to.
people in it, are there?
Well, I don't know.
Just so long as they don't get back up.
Oh, okay. And he brings you to a wall that has been taken down, a plaster wall. But behind it, there's brick. But it doesn't match the foundation.
Oh.
This brick doesn't match the foundation.
I could have told you that.
Keen eye
Precisely.
trick.
Well, you see, this brick, he knocks on it, you can hear a slight echo behind it. There's something behind here.
It sounds like there's not something behind there.
Precisely. Now, I did have a bunch of Italian workers in here helping me renovate this place when they found this. Immediately, my thoughts went to the slave tunnels, and I sent them away.
So you think there might be one of these old tunnels bricked up behind this wall here?
Yes. And I intend on getting this down. That's not what I've called you in for.
Yeah, I have a hammer in my van.
What exactly do you need us here for then?
What I need is a couple of private investigators who could maybe do some research for me and come back and help me establish that we have discovered this. And now this must be kept quiet. Because if we did discover this, I don't want anyone else trying to come in and steal this glory. And for the troubles, I'm willing to pay you each a lump sum, however long it takes. It should only take a day, I would think, with this kind of force to,
Sounds pretty simple and straightforward. What exactly were you thinking?
$100 each. About $1,500 in today's money.
Yeah. $100 each.
I've gained quite the fallback from my family inheritance. And for this discovery, I don't think money would be too much of an issue for me anymore.
Well, you're only hiring the best.
You
Trick
had
can
it-
come too, of course.
Boom!
I'm just gonna giggle to myself in the corner. Just like,
Nope, so you just want us
Throw in
to
a
confirm...
$20 upfront bonus, and we could help you out. Not an additional, just 20 upfront for expenses. I don't know about the others and their financial situations, but I'm not exactly a wealthy man, and it costs quite a bit for me to get out here.
I can do $20 for the full group.
I mean, for 5 people, that's $4 a piece.
Yeah, it's not bad.
deal.
And he
So,
pulls out and starts counting out some ones. And
just to
Take it from him.
clarify this, you just want us to verify the authenticity of the tunnels?
yes. And of course, once all said and done, I may need you to come forth and cooperate this. And just make sure that I do get the credit
For finding these.
for finding this, yes.
Well, it's connected to your home now, so I'd suggest at least part of it would be your property.
Well, the intent is it's all of my property, and that's why I want to hire you for it.
Alright.
Consider us hired.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we can get this done.
Come back tomorrow, if you would. I will have this down tonight. My intent is to go through and
Might I make a suggestion?
yes.
There's strange things, not always unexplainable, that happen in these old houses, especially with a bricked up tunnel that you don't know what's behind. I would strongly suggest you wait for us to return before you take the wall down.
Well, my intent is to get it down so that you guys can then go in and check it out.
Very well.
The engineer has a hammer in his vehicle.
Well,
right
you can
now.
see like pickaxes and hammers sitting about. He's been working on it.
How old is Mr. Wood?
He's young.
Late 20s.
Okay,
He's
I couldn't
fairly
remember.
young.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm younger and everyone else is older.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
You're the baby.
Thanks. I'm only 19.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You're getting some real world experience here, Miss Winters.
Yeah, you know, a lady of the 1923 probably should be married with at least one kid by right now.
1923? Yeah, you're an old maid at this point.
Yeah, you should have like 3 or 4 kids by now.
Within 2
You're
years.
practically just an old hag.
No,
Spinster.
no. That's within the next 2 to 3 at most years.
Unmarried.
You're
Yeah.
you're the aunt that all the
Unmarried.
parents warn their kids about.
Yeah.
Mm.
You don't want to end up like Miss Winters over there.
So
You don't
I
want to end up
recently-
like Auntie, alone at 19.
Yeah. I recently found out that in Victorian England there were these places called baby factories. Pretty horrific. Yeah,
The
right?
name itself sounds awful.
It's a place where unmarried women could get rid of their babies in quiet, so no one, you know, if they got pregnant, they have a place to stay there until the baby's born, and then they pay the person to take their baby until they were of working age, which is usually 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, kids gotta work.
They sell
Yeah.
newspapers or something along those lines.
Or
I
working
saw
on
this
factories.
great meme the other
Yeah.
day where it was like someone made this post. And it was funny. The day after I saw it, when I was at work there, someone in the operations office was like, "Oh my gosh, look at this post I just found." And they were talking about the same post. It was hilarious. But the post itself was talking about how, like, back in, like, 1920, whatever, blah, 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 children used to work in the coal mines.
Yeah.
And then, 2020, one of the most popular video games in the world is Minecraft. The children yearn for the mines.
Oh,
Huh.
oh, that is beautiful.
What adventure? Even at the risk of our own life, apparently. Whether
Ooh,
it be
and
physical
there
one
is
or
a
mentally the other.
nice hotel, not too far. If you would like to dine to stay there,
Have you arranged rooms for us there?
I have not. But for $5, you could probably get a room for the night.
Oh, okay. You just gave us each $4 a person.
Don't worry, Trick. I can handle this.
Yes.
I'm trying to get our employer to pony up the dough because that's a professionalism. Paying
Except-
everything out of your own pocket is not a good way to stay in business as a private investigator.
It's to show the client you're prepared.
Make a There's persuasion, yeah?
Sure.
Make a persuasion.
It's either
Roll.
persuasion or fast talk at this point.
No, would you unplug the red cord and plug it back in?
I didn't put
Like, no,
anything
you're
in
only
persuasion. I
Um,
only
I
put
think
stuff
this
in
cord is
intimidate.
shit.
yeah, no, it's
Because I'm not
a
a charming person.
69 out of 10. No way I persuaded.
Oh,
I just have less 10.
okay. I understand, but there is the $100 after everything is taken care of,
Right? The
which
man's already paying us.
should be tomorrow.
Very well.
I mean, we haven't really done too much besides show up, so I think we can front a room for a night before anything truly happens.
Sounds like
Exactly.
somebody who hasn't earned their own money.
I have my own business, thank you.
Dashed.
You do?
Yes.
Well, I'd be happy to discuss what that business is in our hotel room, I believe, is what we are after
Well,
now.
Drake, I'll get your room for you. Just call it a favor.
I don't know if
Thank
I
you,
call that
Mr.
a favor.
Winscott.
Of course.
Mhm.
And
I'm
I will
gonna-
see
We
you
will see you in the morning.
tomorrow, of course.
Well, before we head to the hotel and get that all arranged, I think I'm going to head back to the library and see if I can dig anything up.
Do a little
Right.
digging.
I want to go to the hardware store and I want to buy some voodoo lanterns.
What the hell is going on?
Some torches. Are flares a thing in the 1920s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think they do as
That's a good
great
idea
as
if we're
modern.
going to be investigating a tunnel.
I also want to bring some chalk or charcoal, something that still writes when it gets wet. And
We got my hooded lantern.
Chalk would
Rope.
probably do better. Charcoal, I think, would smudge too much.
probably
Depends on the moisture in the air.
What was the name of that local area we were told to look at? That cost like $15.
Yes, you were told about the Providence Athenaeum.
I spelled that horribly wrong. You said that was a good source of local knowledge?
Providence Ethereum?
Athenaeum.
Athenium.
Very weird name. Perhaps I should head to the Athenium and see what I can dig up there.
Okay.
Actually, Mr. Blackwell, if you don't mind, I would like to come with you.
Very well.
I can hit the hardware store afterwards.
I'm sure they'll be open by the time we're done.
Oh, and before you go, some recommendations. Obviously, these are going to be old slave tunnels. So, if you need any equipment, I would recommend some sturdy boots, rope, maybe some flashlights or lanterns, whatever you can afford.
Thank you for the recommendations.
Of course. These are old slave tunnels. I'm sure they've worn through some times.
Did you get that all figured out yet?
No, it's not fucking connected. It's connected, but it's not like
Wanted to record
Oh, so we're
it.
not even on camera at the moment?
not on camera.
The
Audio
webcam
is.
is going, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was on
It-
camera.
Yeah, it's showing Noah, and that's it.
Gotcha.
I don't know what
Noah, you
is
are
the
the
problem.
face of the stream.
Those poor people.
I know.
Well,
it's
if
terrible.
That's the case, I must go for another piece of pizza.
You can't see it now.
I think this
Oh,
cord
I
is
got it.
bad.
Just watch the Cajun. Yeah.
So,
This is all I should have to fucking do.
who wants to run some items first? So you're going to the library.
Yep, I'm headed to the library.
I'm
I will
joining
follow
him to go
this.
to the library since you don't have a car. You can come with me.
Well,
Okay.
thank
It
you,
was
Mr.
also
Fitch, I
just a couple
appreciate
of blocks away. You walked here from the library.
it. As soon as we're in the car, I turn and I go, just for clarification, I have plenty of money. The whole thing is trying to get more money out of the client. Like, that's the whole shtick.
Oh, so you like to scam him? Gotcha.
It's called getting paid what you're worth.
Well, from my perspective, that's just being rude to take money before you've even done the task.
I've got here. The task that he called me with was to meet him in Rhode Island. That's been accomplished.
Yeah, you got your $4 for it.
And now he is $4. My time is worth far more than $4, Miss Winters. Especially after what happened last time. We were given leave to go investigate a property.
This time, we weren't jumped. Nothing happened. You even asked questions before we showed up.
Nothing's happened.
Nothing has happened yet.
True, and we're going to a library, which is peaceful and quiet from
So,
the foreshadowing.
now.
so,
Ain't nothing bad gonna happen today.
so,
Nice.
Trick Daisy is going to the library.
Yes.
So is Lenora Winters. We have Murphy Law and Cornelius Blackwell heading to the Athenaeum. Okay. You're going there instead of the library, or do you intend to do both?
I'm just gonna go there.
Okay.
Library's front work. I don't do that shit.
That.
So you're gonna go to the higher class library.
Higher class grunt work.
And how about Herbert Dashwood?
I'll just be going to the library since I'm there
All right.
right now.
Well, so at the library,
Library.
there's a
There's another R in there.
Garrett does it too. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
I-
no, I heard everything.
I
Garrett does
speak-
split.
American. Okay, we drop our extra syllables.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Because we're too
I just tried to
busy.
speak properly.
We don't do that here.
You know how in British English,
You're in Providence, Rhode Island. Okay,
honor,
you're lucky I'm speaking with that much.
yeah, and you know, see a bunch of comparisons.
I'm surprised I hadn't called it the library.
Library.
It's like, you're not spelling it right. And the
The
American
library.
replies, getting rid of you.
So, now, there's obviously some locals around the library, and plenty of books, and you were pointed to an area.
Question, is this the same library we were at last time?
Yes.
Is that old dickhead Jebediah still there?
No.
Oh, no,
that was
that's
in
in Boston.
That's an
Okay.
entirely different town. Is like, yeah.
But Roberts Peters is still,
Roberts Peters. Mr. Peters.
sorry,
Just
Peterson.
call you Dick for
Yeah.
short.
Mr. Peterson.
No.
Yes, sir.
That's not what you do for
Thank you. It's nice to see you again.
Great to see you too.
basically.
You need
Do
anything?
you remember us? We were just here like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, talking about the old Winscotts.
Yes. Is there anything you know personally? But you seem like a very learned individual.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's some rumors about town. Go ahead
What were
and
those
make a
rumors?
history roll.
The first roll that is an intuition check. Wait, no, there was perspective. Never mind.
I got an 8 out of 5.
No.
I am going to burn 4 luck.
All right.
Very nice.
An excuse to increase your.
Well now. So here's what I can tell you. So around these parts, obviously there's all slave trade going around, and there was the whole family that lived up over on College Hill.
Yes.
And rumors had it that there were some different kind of tunnels that were around that area. In fact, so it's not the Winscott family, but there was another big family kind of like the Winscotts, okay?
Really? And what was their name?
They were the Brown.
The Brown family.
Yep. Old John Brown. He, back in 1796, he was violating our good laws around here about slave trade.
Now, are we in Rhode Island or Alabama?
Rhode Island.
Okay, just making sure.
On the way here, you saw some people in some white robes around. This is still 1923, mind you.
Okay.
They're golden.
So, he was tried, but he was found not guilty then. But A year later, 1797, he got a ship confiscated. Now, he was part of that rich family, you see. And
1797.
yeah,
That's a long while at this point.
and he had this ship called the Hope that was confiscated. And his family had been running slaves around here for so long and had so much money, they even got a university named after them for all their donations because they just had tons of money. Oh, Brown University over there? Yeah, it used to be Rhode Island University. But those people lived right up on that college hill, just like the Winscotts. And I tell you what, they found some sort of tunnels in his house. Back then, 1901, 22 years ago, they found some tunnels in the cornerstone in his house. Had John Brown written right on it. And I tell you what, I bet you that was one of them slave tunnels. But oh no, some architect came in, took a look around, and he said this is just some sort of drainage tunnel. They sealed it up and called it a day.
So now the ship was confiscated from him in 1797.
Yeah,
That's what, like 130 years?
yeah, this.
Just shy of 130 years?
I thought
Yeah.
the slavery laws were still in effect back then.
What?
They were.
Yeah.
Then what laws was he?
He was breaking them. We had gotten those laws to stop doing that kind of stuff.
I didn't think that was until the
Division
Civil
from the
War.
north and the south.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, you're
Rhode Island's definitely in the north.
right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right next to Connecticut and Massachusetts.
I thought that was more close. I guess I was just thinking that was more closer to the Civil War itself, which didn't happen for another like 40 years.
Yeah, North hated slavery pretty hard.
Okay. No, I was just clarifying.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. Okay. No, that's
History.
Mhm.
not as well with history as I wish I was. I love history though.
I suck with numbers, so.
Yeah,
Or
no.
memorizing.
I hate dates. I'm not very good with dates.
I mean,
So-
I looked up hardcore in the 16, 1700s history.
Yeah.
So yeah,
So
Now-
they found these tunnels, which were classified to just be drainage tunnels.
yeah. Some architect guy went in there and said these are just for drainage.
Well, if they were for drainage, then why did they seal them up?
That's what I'm telling you. I think some shady business up there, cause I think those slave tunnels were definitely around.
Well, if they were still active tunnels, they would have noticed.
And when were those tunnels discovered?
Oh, they found those back in 1901.
2 decades ago.
That was 22 years ago.
Yeah, not too long ago, but
Yeah.
they done closed that house up, and now the Brown family don't let no one come hang around there, cause they're tired of those 5 years afterwards, people coming around trying to check out these tunnels, especially some hooligans.
Now, do you think it would be bad if more tunnels were discovered?
Well, people think they exist. I'm one of them, certainly. I think they exist. Think it'd be interesting, part of history. I think the Browns just don't want to be found out, cause those tunnels would have proved some legal shit.
But at this point in time, it's not like they can be tried for anything.
They couldn't be tried, but like I said, those Browns have their name on a university. I mean, they don't want to lose anything like that.
Saving face.
Well, thank you for the information, Mr. Peterson.
No, of course, of course.
This is very, very big. If you don't mind, we'll just grab some source materials, continue looking for some other information.
Absolutely. That's what this library's for.
Thank you, sir. And I will go over to the historical section and start looking for information.
He goes back to smoking and reading a magazine.
Smoking in the library.
Oh yeah, a lot of
Very
people are.
flammable place.
Is that a problem until it happens?
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking earlier when he flicked his cigarette later in the house, I was like, oh, that's how Notre Dame burned down a couple years ago.
Yeah, but
Like,
everything's made with asbestos, so nothing freaking burns.
Just cancer.
Just cancer. Yeah, just cancer.
All right, so we will take a break from what you guys have found while you guys search the library to go over to our other two.
you know, real detective work.
I'm not
You
allowed
You
to
can't
go
talk crap
to the
from that
library.
far away. Are you just calling up the library? Hey, put Trick on the phone.
Yeah.
I'm on my way to go do
I
some
got a message
real
for
work.
Casey. Tell him to suck a dick.
All right, so you two arrive at 251 Benefit Street, where you see a large Greek revival structure. Now you see why it's called the Athenaeum.
Oh,
They've got the large pillars up front.
Yep,
Awesome.
yep. Very, very beautiful structure. Even looks, fairly new, built in the last 100 years. It's fairly new. So, as you come up, you're actually welcomed at the door, at the steps to this place. Welcome to the Providence Athenaeum. Are you two members?
We are not. We would like to use the services within this building.
Ah, well, certainly. To become a member, we have an annual fee of $15.
Now I'm assuming with my credit rating, I usually have $15.
Yes, you have $15 on you.
Did Mr.
Thank you, sir.
Blackwell pay for me as well?
I'll wait and see if you pull out $15. If you don't, I'll pay for it.
No.
Like,
I
hold
kind
on.
of like look at. Can I kind of see he only put $15 in the do 10?
Yeah.
I will take my cigarette out, stub it out, kind of awkwardly fumble around in my coat pocket, and give him $50.
So this lasts long enough, I'll pull another $15.
It lasted almost long enough to be very awkward. It was just slightly awkward.
Like, with acceptable levels of awkward.
Yeah, Law pulls out $1 out of this pocket, $3 out of the other pocket.
Gotta make
Yes.
the most of this.
Tell me, no
Please.
shit, there's a library card, sorry.
Please feel free to search around and find whatever you would like. We have plenty of a special local history to share in this place, including just things gathered around time and donated from wealthy families, personal letters, things from family members, notaries, notifications of death, notifications of birth, whatever you might need.
Is it organized in a uniform manner?
Yeah, so you can see that there's only a few different sections. This place isn't extremely large, but everything is very well neatly placed. There's sections of family letters, there's sections of
Pre-slavery
family
laws,
history,
post-slavery laws.
laws, breakdown of, there is different years for sections of books. Some books on just family names and census. A lot of things just around time, either donated from families or donated from local courthouses and such. Things that would have been declassified.
A primary source haven.
Yep.
Do I remember the year that Mr. Winscott mentioned when the tunnels were being made or used?
Nope, he did not say.
I just have to use. If they were tunnels, they were tunnels, then they weren't doing out in the open. So I'd probably check around documents leading around when they
I want to look into
first.
his family specifically too.
Yeah.
So you're like looking for the Winscott family.
Yeah, he
Nothing
mentioned
on this.
he
Only on
inherited
me.
it from his great aunts.
I'm still in the background. What's that?
Oh, sorry, I did not mean to interrupt you. Logan.
No, it's alright. I'm so fun.
It just popped in my head and I had to say it. I forgot.
Yeah, it's a big We're slavers.
Yeah, because he mentioned his great aunt. He didn't mention a name.
Nope.
But I bet her last name was also Winscott.
I bet she's dead now.
Oh, okay.
Because you said he inherited
Okay.
stuff.
Exactly.
That's called detective work.
If it quits,
It's called rational deduction.
Yeah.
Sure,
What's
well,
that after
and
what's
then
that?
what do you, yeah.
Oh, hey, there we go.
Common sense roll.
You got it?
Yeah, we're back on camera.
Hey!
Readjusted the cord too, so I think you just didn't have it right.
He's saying that you might need a new cord. I'll be careful
They're
not to
all
look
wearing
at it
beards.
wrong.
Like, it's been years!
We are back online. As you can see, different people are at different places looking at different things. So, let's make some library rolls, everybody.
Everybody?
Yep, you're all
I'm good
looking
at
for
this.
different things.
Our
Let's see
secretaries
if
do this
anyone's
shit.
made something.
Yeah, I can't look.
Alright. 29.
I saw the zero. and I got
Base
excited.
20. Here
That
we
is
go.
a hard success.
Oh, that's bad.
It's very bad.
I
Which-
also had a hard success.
I have other people do this for me usually.
Could I possibly push the roll?
You don't have to push the roll. You could just spend more
The
time searching.
secretaries is for me.
I won't push it
So
quite
him.
because
Okay.
I got an awful roll. Truly
It's
terrible.
grunt work,
Okay.
I'm telling her.
Did you fumble?
I got an 80 out of 40.
Oh, okay, you did not fumble then.
It wasn't a 96 or higher.
Actually,
It has to be 96 only if your skill is under
Oh
50.
shit.
It has to be 100 for it to be a fumble if your skill is over 50. Has it right here.
I almost
That's-
killed all of us on that.
Yeah.
All right,
Both of us got a hard success.
all right. So, as for
That wasn't
you
a
two,
very good check.
yes, you actually find some history, actually including the Winscott family. You read about how the house was built by Elijah Winscott, a slave trader, in 1796.
In
He-
1796?
Yes. And he lived in it briefly before becoming ill, at which point he retired to the countryside where he died in 1811. You read about how Micah Winscott, Elijah's nephew, inherited the house. And with the end of the slave trade, the family's remaining business ventures, such as textile manufacturing and rum distilling, maintained a good portion of their family's wealth and kept them in notoriety in Rhode Island. And that maintained until after the Civil War. With the Civil War, though, they ended up having to close their textile factory shortly thereafter, and their family's fortune has been declining, whereas you stop kind of reading about them and they stop popping up in papers.
What year did he move to the country and die?
1811 is when he passed. Didn't say specifically when he moved to the countryside, just said it was a short while.
Okay.
And then you know that you also read a little bit on how Rhode Island was one of the most active northern colonies in the slave trade, controlling over half of the trade in all of America. One of the books that you read was actually strangely proud of this fact. It talked it up quite a bit. Seemed like an older book, but you never know.
Back when things were great. Okay.
And then,
Hey,
Any information about laws that, were there any indications that the Winscott family was involved in any of the controversy that befell John Brown and his family?
no.
Especially considering that They were both here in Providence, Rhode Island around the same time.
And their houses are on the same wealthy College
Yes.
Hill. Nothing definitive. Just
Okay.
that they both dealt in slaves, and they both live in the same area, on the same hill, and both amassed quite a bit of wealth. Anything further from there is uncorroborated by any books.
Okay.
And time goes by as you read all of this. You both kind of found and compiled this information. The day's busy and just kind of moving along. You guys have not had much success thus far in the Athenium. Would you like to take another look around?
I would, please.
Continue to dig.
Okay.
Is there like a librarian or an assistant around or anything?
Yes, it was worth it. Oh my.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's a few people around.
Alright, can I ask for assistance?
Absolutely. How can I assist you?
Yeah, I've been looking into the history of Rhode Island here, and one of the most prominent families, Winscott, was wondering if you had some records on the family.
I can't say I'm very familiar. I know they're a wealthy family. I'd be able to point towards anything with the Brown family, but unfortunately, the Winscotts, I wouldn't know specifically.
The Brown
Um,
family.
Yes.
Alright.
They,
Well,
they're the ones who immortalized Brown University.
oh. Alright, well, thank you. I will take that information.
Yes. You might find some family letters right over there.
Alright, I'll go check out over the Brown family. 10! Or is that 100?
That's 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
100 is all zeros.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh no.
That's
What
either
did you
super
roll?
good or really, really bad.
All right.
I know everything.
So,
I fixed it.
Did you do what I told you?
No.
actually, all we did was I unplugged it, plugged it back in, hit quit. She fumbled that, and then boom, it worked.
Hit
What?
quit. Oh,
Oh,
on the ESO?
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the video again.
It just
Yeah, nothing.
did its thing.
Do all that.
Yeah.
Last time when the battery died, we plugged it back in and it kicked right off. So
Yeah.
It's
It was-
probably the cord.
was wiggled funny.
that cord is not in there very well.
No.
So far, quick recap in the
So I
library.
wasn't paying attention in character.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Stood there.
That's role play.
Oh.
Oh, we're in the library. My skills are useful.
How was
All right.
it?
61.
That's really good.
It went up by 1 point from my last game.
You both end up fumbling around
Yeah, that-
family letters, whereas together you bump out a letter that pops out, and you can't help but notice that it has Elijah Winscott on it. So, you find this letter,
What a good name.
and by this point of time, it is late at night.
It is necessary to find the truth.
The letter you find, Providence, January 5th, 1811. And it is a letter from one Jacob Bishop addressed to a Philip. Dear Philip, it is with immeasurable sadness that I tell you that Elijah Winscott has passed from this world and is now in the loving arms of our Lord. We had all known that he was not in good health for some years, in both his body and his spirit. He had made it most hard to know his troubles, for he had quit the company of all of his fellows. I did visit him in the country house where he had lived for some years now. As he lay in his sick bed, he broke his silence and told me a tale that I cannot properly reckon. I do not rightly know if I should tell it now to you, but I know you worried greatly for our friend. He recalled me that 15 years past, He pondered how we might continue our trade, which had served us as well. The hateful laws against our livelihood and the troubles that beset good John Brown cause him no end of upset. Well, I remember, as you must, Elijah's character and speaking in the tavern during this time. We thought it idle fancy and too much drink. We all of us laughed to hear him speak of how we should dig tunnels neath the town. We did not know that it 'twas not idle fancy altogether. We did not know that he had gone making plans in secret. For when the cellar neath Elijah Winscott's home was laid, a tunnel was found. This tunnel did close to the river. It was no matter to dig it yet closer. He would use this passage to shepherd slaves to and from the town. All had been set, and Elijah await happy in his home for his mum to bring him his slaves. But they did not come. When he began to wonder what kept them, and he and his men had went down to see what they might find, they found death. In straining voice, he told me of parts of men strewn like rags across the tunnel, white man and slave alike. He could not be sure, for he did not linger. But he did think that all the men were accounted for, nor did he know them. The shadows of the caverns did seem to leer at him, keeping the mystery from him. Quickly he returned, and quickly he made walls of strong brick underneath his home, and near the river to keep out whatever may be below. He knows not from that day forward, untamely not, what he remained in that house. All we knew was that he fell ill, and he spoke no more of schemes to thwart the laws. From his sick bed at the end of his life, he said that chasms plunged deep beneath the town that he had quit. He had peered onto his window and swaying in the maple trees and seemed to be calm. I can only think that this country house was some peace to him, and he breathed his last. May his house have better fortune in the house of Providence than he. With sincere esteem, Jacob Bishop.
And what was the other name?
It was addressed to a Philip.
Oh, I thought it was from Elijah.
No, it was about
About-
Elijah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're talking about
It
the
was
new
two
stuff.
Phillips.
It was
Elijah-
Jacob
About-
Bishop talking to his friend about Elijah.
Gotcha.
And could we tell that both of these dudes are probably former slavers? Jacob and...
Oh yeah.
Well,
They,
did
they were
mention,
definitely
you know, the
referencing.
trade that served them as
Yeah.
Is
well.
it to Philip Winscott?
No.
You don't know. It just says
Just
Philip.
To Philip. Question.
They mentioned the Brown family as old slavers, correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
I rolled
Well-
for the brown and I rolled a 10.
Yep,
so-
and you did find that the Browns were slavers.
Yeah.
You found a lot of records on that.
Oh, so they were. It's not like the Browns were thwarting the Winscotts.
They just really
Not-
wanted
They were
that
hand
in
in
there,
hand.
too.
Oh, they kind of work together then.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Let's write that down. Because for some reason I was thinking the Brown family was working against the Winscott family.
Probably
Yeah.
because they have their name on a university and are remembered fondly.
And now you don't know anything. You couldn't find anything on this Elijah Winscott.
Okay.
That's
What about the great aunt that Mr. Josh, the one he inherited the house from? He didn't
Oh.
say a name, but his great aunt is what he
It-
said.
It was just his aunt, and he
Oh.
did not say a name.
Okay. Can I see from the family tree, or
It doesn't seem to go that recent.
okay?
You
It's
are
more like old
yeah.
records.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay.
Early founders. Anything that's old enough that it could be declassified.
All
Public
right.
knowledge at that point.
Okay.
Still some very alarming information.
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe this is a lot more paranormal than we thought it was.
Sounds like it.
Right. So who found the letter about the tunnel? Was that us or them?
Yeah, you guys found the letter
Okay.
about the tunnel. They found
got
the
it.
basic history.
Gotcha. All right. Well, damn it, Blackwell. Looks like we got some more strange stuff in the tunnels. Am I allowed to swear? Okay.
I
I
already
found some
am.
more strange shit in the tunnels.
Looks like we're going to pick up
That's
more
all
than just a
from
few flashlights in the department store.
Yeah, probably a good idea to pick up some flares, some lanterns.
Meanwhile, we're back at the library. Like, thank God there's no paranormal shit involved here.
Yeah, there's monsters.
Yeah, it just should be. We're looking for a tunnel.
Ooh,
Easy peasy lemon easy.
Mhm.
is there photography equipment here at the
Should be easy enough to fill in once explored.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
building?
Well, place explosives.
Well, I doubt they
Like
want to fill it
photography,
in.
so I can copy this.
Kind of has great historical
Take a
value.
picture of it, maybe.
Depends on what he's looking for.
Sure.
It is
No,
a-
they don't have photography equipment here. Not that's
Well,
open to the
an
public.
uncouth
Yeah.
activity.
True enough.
But would you have a camera?
I
It
mean,
is-
I am a detective, so.
Make
I
a luck
have a
roll.
camera.
I have white dice. Hey, hey.
Trick has a camera.
Yeah. Ooh. In the tray.
Ooh, that's a 3 critical success.
Oh yeah, you have a camera.
She's got like
Awesome.
10.
In fact, if you personally want to take a picture of this letter,
I'm sorry, what did you say?
if you personally want to take a picture with your phone of this letter,
Someone's too busy dicking with a cat.
Yeah,
Well,
we have
surely
our
we
mascot.
won't.
all right.
Is with us in
So-
every adventure.
At this point, it's getting late in the
Wow.
evening.
Oh, she
Yeah.
almost relaxed and then she saw who it was.
That's not my mama.
Not the same.
You're not my mama.
Let's see if I can read this.
No, your phone's.
So, should we go to the hotel then?
Oh yeah.
Do we want to pick up any equipment or anything, or are we
Oh,
going to
I've
do that
got all
to
I
them?
think I need.
It's phone, so you can actually read it without the cracks.
My hooded
Fine, I
lantern?
can read
Yes.
It's
It's like
useful.
primitive technology, but it works.
Yeah, I suppose. Do you have an extra lantern? That I would
Well,
be
of
able to-
course. That van is not full of empty space.
Fair enough. Yeah, then I guess we'll go to the hotel and
You have a large.
wait for the others, see if they manage to find any information.
What do you mean?
Why do you sound so hopeful that we didn't?
You're not here.
Indeed.
You hear him in your mind.
Yeah.
Fuck you, trick.
Oh.
You're not
Alright.
making that young lady drive you, are you?
It's her car.
Fair.
I offered to drive, but I
No,
believe
you
she
did
said,
not.
"No thanks, old man." Would you like me to drive, Miss Winters?
It's only proper.
The silence. I love it.
No.
No.
Fair enough. Youth these days.
I get in the front seat and I start cleaning my gun.
Those damn flappers.
I'll get in my utility.
You're the opposite of a flapper outfit.
What's a flapper?
I'll just look at the
Yeah.
photo for you.
It's-
Just look up Flapper Girl.
It's basically a progressive woman in the 20s.
Short
Never heard of that
haircut, which is uncommon.
Really?
Yeah, so
the flapper dress.
Oh, so show more skin that's socially acceptable.
Well, it
not
was becoming
socially.
socially acceptable.
Yeah.
is the point.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
That's
that is your
traditional
traditional flapper
flapper.
girl.
Okay.
Actually,
I didn't realize
should
that was
say,
called flapper.
So, you guys reconvene at the hotel room.
Fair enough. Have they gone and gotten rooms yet?
You guys are definitely down.
Sure, we'll just run past that. We don't need
Oh,
to.
I will give Trick his dollar.
It's
Easy.
getting
Yeah.
shorter.
Yeah. They're showing ankles.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You guys don't run into any issues getting rooms at the hotel.
One one room, double bed.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Alright. I mean, separate double beds.
I'm just laughing because he was gonna give you $1 to get your own room.
Oh, you were?
Apparently you're tight.
Why do you spend more money than you gotta?
Here we go.
Because you can.
Here's
That's how you know. You gotta hang on to that cash.
Oh yeah.
Why? Can't take it with you.
'Cause you never know what's gonna happen.
It was a
That's why I have
kitchen for a
skills.
If you want your own room, you get your own room.
No, that's fine. I have no problem with this.
Alright.
You did call me, so it's.
I offered.
You did?
You need to have a certain
Okay.
figure for it.
Yep.
All right.
I get a room.
And I will pay for the young lady.
But
All right, Lenora,
As
your
long
room
as
is
proper.
paid for by the
Yeah, I didn't call her.
engineer.
Nice.
Specifically walked up to the desk and bought you your own room.
I feel like that implies things at this era with an unmarried lady.
He's rooming with
He's
me.
also actively talking about sharing a room with him.
That's a good thing.
Yes, we
Yes.
bought you your own room
Only
specifically,
proper.
so as to not imply anything uncouth.
Behoof.
Youth are never happy these days.
Might be why she's not married. I say to my wife. But any idea when the older fellows will be here?
The B team.
They actually arrived just shortly after you guys, just as you guys are about to head out towards your rooms.
Oh, you're here.
Not gonna like what
Welcome
we
back.
found.
What do you
Well,
mean?
hello to you too, Blackwell.
It's not looking great.
Well, there
What
was
do
a
you mean?
zombie in the last house.
Yeah, what do you mean? You can see like the hems
We definitely couldn't just take it. That would have been super stealing, right?
Super stealing. Not just stealing, super stealing, says the lawyer.
Why don't we
Yeah.
head up to the room and
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we can
talk
talk?
about
Let's
You-
convene in our room. and-
You got a photograph of it.
I do.
Yeah.
Did you develop the photograph?
No.
It, they
it's
had
a Polaroid.
Tomorrow you'll have a really nice photo.
No, I believe it's called a Polaroid.
Polaroid. When were Polaroids made?
Not 1920
No.
fucking
I
three.
fucking
It
know.
was
It-
a vertical looking.
it
When-
took
Yeah.
Got this future tech.
I just invented this shit.
Do you bring chemicals for your own black room with you?
No,
with the 3 that she rolled.
Stop by the
yes.
newspaper on the
I
way.
would have said we also stopped by the hardware store on the way back to
Yeah.
get lanterns, flares, rope, boots.
The
There's
stuff
a van
that was
full of
recommended.
them.
Yeah, rations and water.
Doesn't hurt to have extra.
Yeah. When was the first Polaroid
Oh,
camera?
there's extra.
Brain.
Some extra.
I need to type in the right word.
Last time I went to one of these, everyone was
1948.
unprepared.
Yeah. Okay.
You're
Yeah.
at least
You're only 25 years
Yeah.
early.
And while you were there
And a whole
at
world
the
war.
hardware store, they would have been
Developing-
able to
okay.
develop it for you.
Thanks.
Damn good art.
They have
Oh, wow,
a
that's
they
an
have a
awesome
lot of
photo.
chemicals.
But no,
What happened last time we had pictures developed?
we kidnapped the guy.
We kidnapped someone.
Oh yeah, that's right. We kidnapped that guy.
So that was an
Yeah.
entirely
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
campaign.
It was.
Entirely different campaign. Not
I was
even
in
Anyway.
charge of that mission, so I had nothing to do with that fucking craziness.
Yes.
So then,
Yes, you
All
did.
right.
we
I
also
was
broke
I was
the
in
poor
your
man's
seat
mind.
for that shit. That was all them. They're
Thanks.
terrible people.
Sauna deliberately
Tell me
made
s-
2 people insane.
Does it sound like a Pokemon game?
Apparently.
Shit happens. But
Yeah.
I get to collect our mistakes under one house.
Keep an eye on it.
Someone's got
Look,
to be responsible.
you gotta watch the video I sent earlier, because that's a great way to play back against some PC.
Fuckery.
Yeah.
And back then, it was actually
it's
a
the
good plan.
20s. It doesn't exist yet. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you guys get together and get up to your rooms. You obviously this hotel isn't huge, so your rooms aren't too far away. Just kind of scattered about in a hallway.
We'll just pick a room where we
So-
all convene.
Well, our room, most likely.
Now, what exactly Did you say you found some stuff we weren't going to be happy about, Blackwell?
Yeah.
Yes.
I took a picture of the letter we found, so.
The synopsis is, as you read it, you connect the name Elijah Winscott to the history of the Winscott family. That is the person who founded the house.
He's the one who built the tunnels. Or, well, had the tunnels built.
Yeah, he had the house built in 1769.
And
Right.
shortly
1796.
Yeah, there you go.
shortly
And then he,
thereafter,
Yeah, he fell ill and moved to the country.
Well,
It died.
supposedly, he fell ill of what he saw in those tunnels.
What do you mean what he saw in the tunnels? What did
Apparently,
he see
he
in the
saw
tunnels?
death. People strung about, white men and slave alike.
like rags.
And he bricked up
Like
all the tunnels
shreds of
and moved far, far away from here. So, judging from our previous experience with crazy stuff, I suspect we're gonna find some weird shit down there.
Ooh,
That might have
lots
been
of
worth
gold.
it.
At least, I can say this. You have no records indicating that Elijah Winscott asked to be buried in his house. In fact, it
That's
seemed that he
it.
wanted to be as far away from that house as
Yeah,
possible.
he
That-
moved
that was
way
lovely.
far away from this place, so it'd be kind of creepy to find him down here.
The
Oof.
letter mentioned that he may have guessed that the tunnels, there already been tunnels already down there that went all into the town.
He mentioned deep chasms underneath the city.
Oh, some natural caverns, huh?
Alright, so wait. If
Clearly
people
something.
died down here, where the
No, they
bodies
were
take...
torn apart.
Yeah, but there would be bones at this point.
Probably, yeah.
Were they taken out before they sealed everything?
Probably
Probably
not.
What a way to hide
Should
that.
It
we
sounds-
take them
The-
out of there?
This letter indicates that it was written by one Jacob Bishop, who was told all of this in confidence from Elijah on his deathbed.
So it
That is
comes
what
from
the
the
letter
source.
is alleging, and that he spoke to no one about it before he,
Bailed.
yeah.
People would ask
So
questions
if there
for
aren't
sure.
bones or anything like that, then they're probably still sealed up. and
Well, they were all illegal down there anyway.
I have a feeling we probably shouldn't.
Where
remove
would I
them
be
for
able
the
to
sake
find,
of historical
like-
significance?
Yeah, it's their resting
Soil
place at this
samples
point.
or any sort of, potential natural caverns discovered through zoning or
Geological
anything of that.
surveys or
Yeah,
anything
geological
like that?
surveys. Would that be in the library or would that be more of a?
Would that even be a thing at this point?
So-
yeah.
Maybe not.
All, what you would have heard
Exploration
from
and
them
stuff, like-
is that all of these tunnels are only rumors. The only actual caves, you could say, were just drainage tunnels based off of
Drainage tunnels.
based off of what architects recently have discovered around the Brown House.
So no like massive sinkholes opening up kind of situation.
Correct.
Gotcha. All right.
Yep, everything is rumors and alleged slave tunnels.
Hearsay.
Yeah.
As far as information goes, I feel like most of the stuff we found at the library is probably not that significant.
Well, it'll connect
But
dots.
that letter and the contents and things it mentions and points to
It mentions a Brown family.
would probably be
but-
very interesting to Mr. Winscott.
Mhm.
So we'll have some good information for him in the morning.
Yep.
Indeed.
Oh, I also picked up a couple of lanterns, some more rope, some flares.
I don't know if we're gonna go into a tunnel.
I
Well,
got some
prepared this
boots.
time, eh?
Yeah,
I'm not sure about the sizes, so I kind of guessed if you want to try them out real quick.
man size.
I would have told you my boots. It's a European
That
37.
I brought
Hey,
everything.
pretty small.
Yeah.
Everything.
I know the European size.
Well-
Then I can figure it out everywhere.
There was no indication in the letter at all of what had happened, what got these people, just that they found dead body parts.
It was so gruesome he left without finding out. He was disturbed enough to not care about it.
That's really messed up.
Yes. So, I don't know, maybe some ground dwelling animals? Some giant rats, maybe? I don't care.
What, like a mole or something?
Maybe? I don't know what lives down
Some
there.
sort of animal check or determine if something like that exists in nature.
Yeah.
Are
Wait,
crocodiles
Can
in
we,
the
can we,
sea
can we make a
Biology.
natural? Yeah. Can we make a natural world?
Oh,
roll?
natural
Yeah.
world, yeah.
Well, you haven't seen
Is
any
Rhode
bodies.
Island known for enormous ground
Subterranean carnivores?
What
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
super
That's unusual
crocodiles?
size.
Maybe if you looked at some corpses yourself, you
He's
could
the
figure it
biggest
out.
rat.
I mean,
But-
we saw a dead body standing, so.
Right. But right now, you're reading about
we're in a house.
rags of corpses.
I
That
don't
gives
think
you
rats do that.
absolutely nothing. Maybe it's somebody
Well-
who has literally lost an arm underground. Maybe it's somebody who was torn into shreds of paper.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know.
Sounds like we need to
Sounds
rest,
like them scared Rhode
gear
Island.
up, and meet at the house.
Yeah, I
Use
made
the
sure to
restaurant.
pick up some dried rations.
I suggest everyone
Some
get a
jerky.
good night's sleep tonight.
Yep.
I have my own.
Have a good
camera.
breakfast.
At,
Don't know when you're gonna eat next.
we
Well,
can
obviously in the morning.
Well, yeah, in the morning.
We'll go to the
Breakfast.
diner.
I mean, we don't know how long we're gonna be in
We just
this
give
house.
I'm
us a
waking up
look
at
of
5,
the last
nice and
meal
early.
we're gonna have.
Every day could be the last.
Carpe diem.
You must enjoy it while you can.
Indeed.
So, get the fuck out. Go to your respective rooms. Sleep well.
It's just a young kid's way of saying I want to go to sleep.
Young kid?
Get
You
the
are
fuck
way
out.
younger.
Yeah, just because you're a fossil.
So,
Everyone is younger than you.
We have evolved beyond the wagon. The wheel can be paired with another wheel on a spinning axis to create an axle, which is we use on our wagons. We don't pull sleds.
that wit.
So,
That's why I like you.
We all
You
go to
gotta
bed.
you've had a
I'm just
nice
friend.
night of rest in this hotel.
Oh,
I'm
no
surprised
sanity
after
check
reading
while we're
that.
trying to sleep.
No, it's quite nice.
Does the hotel have a bar?
Fuck.
No, there's
For
It's
$5 a
technically-
night, no.
Oh,
Technically,
drinking is illegal, right?
drinking is illegal.
You got any moonshine?
Now,
You go down and ask, you got any booze around here? No.
it
That's
is
good.
also 1923.
I
If
forgot. I'm sorry.
if you talk to drifters in the past, you could probably find a speakeasy.
Oh, I have a flask on me.
Okay, so you just drink in your room.
Yeah.
Got it.
And the
Settled
other
in.
detective doesn't say anything.
Who's
Oh.
paying him?
You're not
Oh.
in my room.
There was
Private
complimentary
drinking.
ashtrays in the bedrooms.
Oh, nice.
Damn right.
I take that, put it in my pocket.
Where am I gonna put my cigar ashes in?
Well, I mean in the morning when we leave.
Oh, okay. It's like, god damn it, Trick.
So cheap.
Where am I supposed to put this?
I can tell you where you can put it.
Oh, enlighten me, good sir. Just
Maybe
start rolling
not-
up a sleeve.
Maybe
Enlighten
not
me.
so restful of night for some.
I'm a pretty good sized man, alright? Just saying.
I am 60.
My weapons are all
I mean, you guys
ready.
are sharing a room together. He's gonna find that out.
Sure he is.
What's your size?
65.
65. You're
Yeah.
just barely larger.
What's
than
your
I am.
strength, though, buddy boy?
55.
70.
That's sad.
My con is 75.
You guys comparing sizes there in the room?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Well, you're not role playing.
Yeah.
Somebody's gotta.
All right.
It's not the size that always matters. It's how you use it.
Wow.
Maybe the fucking ashtray bag.
Well,
I smoke while I sleep.
Well, of course, we're men.
Yes.
I say as I light up another cigarette.
No, what you do is you line them up.
All
so
right.
One stops burning. and
I'm
you
not
start
chain
singing.
smoking my cigars.
Why not? You gotta do it in your sleep.
Because one lasts me the whole night, you fucking
You gotta
weezer.
set it right next to the ashtray so it just drips.
That's why I need it.
so you guys have had a restful night, and I'm assuming that you are all getting around in the morning to just head straight over.
I
Do
wait
they
till
have
five.
Breakfast first.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure to have a
Need
good
a
breakfast.
nutritional balanced meal.
Yes,
Holy
they have a
shit,
breakfast
you're
of toast with butter and
Lots
plain
of butter.
oatmeal.
Bacon.
No juice.
Cigarettes, coffee,
Do I have
toast.
to
Yeah.
pay an
Do they
extra
have
$5
eggs and
for some
bacon?
good juice?
Well, we
No
can go to a
juice,
diner.
but there's coffee.
Okay, continental breakfast hasn't become a thing yet.
I
for
just
hotels
want
and
dry white toast.
stuff. Yeah.
There,
I'll have my
pretty much all of the toast is white toast,
Okay.
No
slathered in butter.
I'm disappointed in all of you for not getting that reference.
I actually did. What is it? Whole chicken?
4 whole chickens.
Okay, I
And
couldn't
a
remember
Coke.
the quantity. I knew
And a
exactly
Coke.
what the reference
Blues
was.
Brothers.
Yes, it
Yes.
was the Blues Brothers.
I love.
Thank you.
So you guys get your breakfast and
Oh, we're going to the diner.
oh, okay.
Exactly.
All right, the two nicer, higher class people head over to the diner.
I'll eat my
I'm a
oatmeal.
working man.
The echo
So
Well, anyone's willing to join us, but
Well, are you buying?
are you that unsuccessful in your line of business, or
No, there's food right here.
there is? I'm
I'm
offering you to
joining.
join us for a nice meal.
this finally where Trick and Murphy get along. Frugalness.
Free food. I mean.
Yeah, I'll come
I'm
with
going
you.
to the diner. Because.
Grab your toast. He
Well, I
doesn't have a
just-
vehicle. We're not coming back for him.
Don't put your face in other people's glasses.
Oh, if there's water in it?
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right.
There's all these meat.
Yeah,
We
you
will
guys.
drag the
Fuck me,
frugal
Like,
one.
yeah, Mom.
Yeah, you guys get your breakfast
Oh.
and you head to the house.
Right.
Belly's well full, decent food, a nice American breakfast.
With a gun on the
So
side.
it's with air phone interface.
No one's
Just
taking my toast.
Side of hash browns and Colt revolvers.
Yeah. So when we get to the house and we get ready to go down, I'm gonna need help hauling some of this gear.
Okay, so are we at the house?
Yeah, you guys would have made it to the house.
Alright, I'm gonna go up and knock on the door.
Knock on the door. There is no answer.
I was concerned for
damn it.
this.
Is the door, can I just open it?
Is
Knock
it
on the door.
unlocked?
Even louder.
It is unlocked.
You know
You knock louder and they open the door.
We're
You know, like-
invited.
He told
We
me to come
were
in.
invited.
It's open. We're not breaking anything. We're just entering.
Weren't
If he-
you a cop?
If he's by
retired?
himself in a large house, which I'm guessing this is a large house,
Either
he
way,
might
it's
not
a
be able
house.
to
The door
hear
is
us.
open.
2
now.
stories.
Yeah, fair house.
Mr.
Yeah.
Winscott!
No answer.
Music's perfect right now.
Let's just hope he's on.
I'm at my van, like,
No, let's go in.
Music
Up
makes
at the
sense.
window, you see Murphy pull out his 45 and go
And I
into
pull
the
out my
house.
gun.
I will grab a duffel bag and my sledgehammer.
Okay. It's silent in the house. It's both the stories.
Are there still pickaxes laying around?
Oh, you're going over to the basement?
I
Oh,
want
well.
to check out the.
I want to
what was
look,
a
search
brick
the
wall.
house first. I'm going to do a quick
Okay.
run through and see
Okay,
if I can't
I'll
find
I'm
stay
not
on-
looking around.
I'll
I'm
stay
just
on the
gonna
ground
book
floor before going to the basement until they're done looking around.
Yeah, I will
You
stay with Murphy unless someone needs me.
Yeah.
you do your walkthrough of the house, and it is silent. There's nothing in here.
Do I spot any more discarded cigarette butts?
You do. You do. Quite a few over in where he was working.
Alright.
Especially right over by the door to the basement.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
And so you went to the basement.
Oh yeah, I
Okay.
beelined it. I'm young and dumb. Like,
Okay.
let's do this.
Whoa, whoa,
You
whoa.
go. You go down there,
I'm 19. Well, I'm actually not dumb, but I'm young.
and the brick wall has been broken enough that somebody could make it through with relative ease.
After searching the house, I would head downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
We all will. but-
Yeah.
Alright.
I'll
I can
make
open
sure
that if
nothing
you want.
has entered the basement outside of like this.
As soon as I see the
holy tunnel?
hole in the wall, I just go, God damn it, I told him to wait for us to come back here.
Yeah, well, he's a man off someone else's money.
Let's
just
hope
gonna
he's
try and
decorating
Open the hole a little nicer so, like, we could carry.
Oh,
yeah.
it's big enough for that.
Before
Oh,
you
okay.
before you crack it open
Well,
more,
apparently it's already open.
yeah. It's
I
op-
thought it was, like, squeezable. I want to carry gear.
Yeah.
I want to
no.
look around the entrance to the hole. Are there tracks, drag marks, footprints?
Make a track roll.
And which way are the bricks? Like,
Wait,
are
wait.
they blast it in or
Is
out?
track for tracking?
Yes.
Because I always thought track was for like
Like a
running.
No.
The way they have it, so it's like with swim, throw, track.
Nope, it is for like tracking.
Awesome!
Oh.
Yes!
Oh my
It's
god!
weird,
I
right?
did
I've
put
been
some
Yeah,
stuff
because
in
about
there.
running
this
was a,
entire time.
wasn't it a con or something like
Yeah,
that?
running
It
is
might
a
just be a
thing.
dex thing or something.
Maybe.
Dex if it's like really terrain.
Oh, can I pick
Con
up
for distance, strength
one of the
for.
pickaxes if there's one around?
A
Yeah, there's a
14
dex, yes.
out of 10. You know what?
I'm spending 6 luck to make it. I got 15 out of 10.
I'll let her spend the luck. Then.
Okay.
already
I got a
burned
lot of
some.
luck.
Yep.
I'm gonna get my lantern lit while they're doing
You
Yeah.
you were able to find a cup of coffee that is getting cold.
It's getting cold.
So
Yes, it's
So-
She
still
was here
like,
fairly
lukewarm?
recently.
yeah, it's like somewhat lukewarm, little less than.
It had
So
jittery once he
within
was
the
down and
last
stuff.
2 hours, depending on if it's an insulated, like nice mug,
Is it like a tin cup or is it a like
It-
ceramic.
Porcelain.
porcelain?
It would be porcelain. It
Alright.
was of
Okay, so, yeah,
rich
2
standards.
hours at most.
So it's not one of the workers that he was having help him and stuff. This
No,
was
he
him.
said he had already kicked everybody away once he realized what was.
Well, I
Yeah,
doubt
well-
he cracked this wall open by himself. He looked kind
No.
of.
I
He's-
think he definitely
he's-
cracked this wall.
He
open by
specifically said he got everyone out of his house,
Oh,
all of his
gotcha.
Italian workers.
Oh, so
Yeah.
he did
himself.
this
He
by
didn't
himself.
want anyone
Yes.
else
Yeah.
to know about the tunnel.
Okay.
That's
That's
why
what
he's
all of us
paying a
want.
premium
His
for
discovery.
people that are unknown and out of town.
Gotcha.
So I'm just gonna flash my
Records.
lantern. Like, what do I see in the immediate vicinity?
So you could definitely see that down into it. It's a tunnel, like it's a pretty big tunnel.
Like big enough for us to stand in, or do we have
It's
to
a-
lunch, or?
Oh yeah, like you guys could walk in there together. You'd probably still have to kind of. You wouldn't be standing side by side, but
Single
Kinda
file.
staggered
yeah,
a little
single
bit.
file. Yeah,
Gotcha.
you could see around each other. And it looks like the tunnel opens up to a natural cavern, kind of deeper in.
Is there only a set of footprints? I'm guessing there's gonna be a bunch of dust. 'Cause
So-
I had also done the track roll. And
Yeah.
I forced it to be success.
So, as you
That's right.
take a look around, yes, you can see that there is a man's footprints leading through this rubble and the dust and debris that heads out east into this tunnel, the way that it goes.
Alright, whoever has the
Footprints,
lantern,
not
I'll have
drag
go
marks
first,
or
and
anything.
then I'm gonna be like, alright, follow those. And just be like, we need to go this way to figure out where the hell he went.
And it is footprints, not like drag marks.
It's footprints.
Okay, so he walked off on his own volition.
Well, he walked.
Looking
Yeah.
at these walls, are they also brick, or are they more like a natural stone?
So it's brick for this immediate area, but it quickly turns to natural stone.
Okay.
But carved with tools. Until the natural cavern.
Yeah, carved for, maybe a good 30, 40 feet.
Okay.
Okay.
And does it smell very moist or is it
Oh,
very
yeah.
like dry?
Somewhat moist, not super dry, but
Okay.
wouldn't be, it's not like dripping
groundwater
wet.
spring nearby, but also
Yeah.
not like
Yeah,
desert cave. Okay.
at least at this point here.
So typical of what you could expect.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a cavern of dirt.
Well, and stone. There could be dripping water. Or
Yeah.
if it does have access to the river, like I believe one of the letters said, then there could be moisture from that. I don't know.
Well, they closed off that end as well.
Well, they closed
There-
this end off too.
There is a
Open.
bit of tunnel that goes west, but that is not where the footsteps go.
Either way, can I still put my chart? No,
Typical
not chart, but the chalk, and draw arrows to where we're going.
Are you gonna draw it on
Just
the
in
ground
case?
or on the walls?
Yeah.
We have the footprints to go by, so I'll do it on the wall.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely draw with chalk on the walls.
Alright.
So,
All right. Well, I'm gonna grab my duffel bag full of
I do
gear.
not want to get lost
better
out
than
here.
breadcrumbs.
Do you mind if I take a lantern?
Oh,
Oh,
feel free.
yeah, I
I'll
bought
grab
some
the
extras
lanterns.
too, so I'd say every one of us has at least access to.
At least the people in the front should have lanterns.
Yeah.
How many lanterns?
I
I bought,
want to
like-
conserve them in case we're down here for a while.
I don't have a whole
Oh,
lot of fuel, but I do have
Sorry,
lanterns.
I flipped it around. There's this steps are going west.
Yeah.
To the east, it mentions his footprints, and then it mentions east, and then it says, "Oh yeah, the footprints go west."
Oh.
Steps
Oh,
to the
that's-
west.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
And then,
Weird way they wrote this.
Yeah.
Then the tunnel extends further towards the east. Even
Yes.
Though he didn't go that way.
Yes,
There's two.
it just extends a little ways out east, but
Okay.
you can see kind of a collapse in over there, not too far away.
Did the letter mention which end of the tunnel he found the remains in?
I bet from his house.
It did not.
Oh shoot.
It's
Well,
it's
he
a
said-
second-hand account of somebody hearing the story.
He
On
said
his deathbed, so
he.
he's probably barely remembering.
Well, from the letter, it said that the slaves weren't arriving, so I'm guessing they were supposed to arrive at the house.
So
he went down from
Probably
the
on the
house
other
into the
side.
tunnels.
Yeah.
So yeah,
To
he,
meet
he
them.
would have been going towards the river,
Yes.
Assuming that story's accurate, of course.
the
Yes.
direction that the
Wonder
footprints
if-
go.
I wonder if Josh Winscott has read the same information and if he's checking it out as well.
If he is, he should have
Well,
provided.
if you want
me.
I
roll
think
for
he
any
broke in,
materials,
found
let
the
me know.
tunnel,
He
and
got
got too
way too
excited
excited.
and
Okay.
walked off and
I mean,
Oh.
I gather that you've picked up quite a bit, so
Oh
Well-
Which direction is the river
yeah. Not going in
from
unprepared.
the house?
make a navigate roll.
Ooh, I actually can I do this as well?
Yeah.
do.
If you guys are discussing it.
Yeah.
We're
I'm gonna be
talking
like,
about-
alright, which way is the river to
Alright,
see if
so
we
what,
can figure
three-
out on our
Three
own.
lanterns?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Let's set up our reserves.
Well, I know Murphy bought a couple.
Are you gonna burn some luck?
We need enough to get out of here.
We'll say 2 lanterns.
Luck is made
That
to
should
be
be enough to
burned.
cover
Yeah, I'll
our
burn
needs.
8 luck.
Okay.
Shoot, that's a big chunk.
Yeah. You definitely know that the river
47 right
Damn.
now.
is
Yeah, that would be a big chunk.
Not a
for
lucky
me.
guy.
the river is straight
Damn,
out
massive 6,
west
7.
from where you're at.
Okay, so it's where the footprints are going, basically.
In that direction. Yep.
How does it
Alright.
increase it? Hold on.
16.
Looking around,
Yeah,
do
I
I
think
see
I
any growth like moss or
At this point, no.
nothing? Alright.
Right now you're just into the entrance
Yeah.
of this, so
Okay.
you haven't moved very far yet.
I'm gonna start going down the tunnel.
2
following the
lanterns. I
footprints.
believe you have my hooded, and I lit one of Murphy's lanterns.
And what is our party order?
I'll take up the rear. Make
Yeah.
sure our
He
back
has
is
the light.
protected.
Okay, then
There's
I'm
2
pointing out
lights,
the
so.
tracks.
I
because was
have
the one
3
that
more
figured out
lanterns.
the
Yeah, I
So
lit
you're
one of
taking
yours,
second?
and he's got my
Second.
hooded. So
The hooded one in the
first,
So-
second,
Last.
last, you in the middle then. I'd give-
Second to last, then.
Protect
Alright.
the old man.
Everyone surround me. Be my bodyguard.
Can you
he's
carry
the
a
boss.
lantern, or should he carry a lantern, or do you want to have a lantern?
No, I want to have my hands free.
Yeah,
Okay.
make yourself useful,
Yeah.
Law.
I'll take it.
I grab
The things
all
that's
our
so out of hand
provisions.
that I needed in the fight.
Trick? You are welcome, by the way.
Thank you.
So first and third have.
First and third have lanterns.
Yeah.
I have my duffel bag
Let's
full
keep
of
the
gear.
others conserved for now.
Yep, and I'm pointing
Just-
at tracks.
I kind of want
Slide
to
it
look
over
like
and
Indiana
hold my
Jones with
hammer.
the rope around my shoulder. I got the pickaxe like on my back.
Hey.
You will not be able to see around me all that
Chester.
well. I brought a duffel bag.
Kitty just likes city
I am
parties.
prepared.
Swiss Army Man.
There's more in the damn
Still
van.
haven't seen it.
It's a weird movie.
I can
All right.
imagine.
So you
I
guys
saw
head down,
ads for one.
heading west
Cautious.
along the tunnel. It starts to widen up just a little bit as the walls become less of this man-made to more of the natural cavern. As you guys walk, you find yourselves at a crossroads. And you can see there's a tunnel that leads west and a tunnel that leads more south. But at this crossroads, you also see what appears to be the bones and lost corpses of maybe about 6 people.
So you see
You
the
can see-
crossroad goes west and east?
It goes west and south.
Oh. Alright.
You can see the remains of iron manacles as well as some others that seem to have different style clothing on them.
The body parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming we have
Mentioned in,
found.
I was really hoping that I was wrong.
So basically just metal and bone at this point.
So, whatever caused this is
Can
close
I
to this
take
area.
From my years of detective work, taking a look at these bones, can I tell that they were broken? Were they cut? Were they
Can I use spot
So-
hidden to
still
figure
intact?
out- Her first.
All right. So
You're good.
so you're trying to figure out what exactly? What are you looking for?
I want to see
Cause
if
of
these
death.
no, they're skeletons.
Yeah.
But I want to see
Being
were these
skeletons.
bones broken, like from impact, or were they severed with a knife? Or...
Either make a biology or medicine roll.
All right.
I am just keeping my eyes out.
Biology would be science technically,
So it's-
right?
it's-
Well, it's
one
a
of the
science.
handwritten.
It's
well,
a
either
one
way, I
item.
have to roll on that one. Let's see how that goes.
Not your field. of-
No.
No, yeah,
Oh.
no, I'm not looking at
Push.
No, you can't really tell.
Okay. I'm like, yep. These guys
Um,
are dead.
Can I see if there are any keys or anything else that were left behind?
Make
Because
your
obviously there might be clothing that might not have deteriorated quite as fast as everything else that's more edible for bugs.
make a spot hidden.
What I'm shooting.
Everyone puts points in spot hidden.
This time.
Ooh.
We learned our
It
lesson.
is a
right?
success. Double
The
checking.
character was
Spot
clutch. I'm
hidden.
trying not to make that happen.
When Lynch was the only one who could see shit.
Yeah, it's
Shit's
just a success.
To
Okay.
be fair, we did
So-
not know what the skill was used for.
We
As-
found out really quick.
You don't see any keys or anything, but you do notice that on these clothes there are tears and blood stains.
On all of them,
Yes.
this was not pretty.
No. Blue.
A wild animal got rolled wrong.
Do we see any like very old stains on the walls that could or may not have been blood?
Not right here.
Um,
I
Are
think
they
at
all
this point-
piled up in one spot, or are
Almost
they
got
like
Winston, but
strewn
she's-
throughout an
Yes.
area?
you
They're
would
kind of
understood,
all
but
in this
curiosity
little
does get the
crossway.
better of many,
Okay.
especially
An
those
odd
fresh.
spot.
such
is.
floors.
Not insensitive, went out
But
instead.
there is one thing that you do notice. To the south, you almost catch a slight bit of light.
Oh.
What? I don't know if I want to be concerned or
Blackwell.
excited.
Point the lantern down this tunnel, the southern.
Is it like a flickering light? Like is it fire or more like a torch, like flashlight?
Sunlight.
It's almost like a light greenish kind of light, and it's very still.
I don't trust that. Not after the last time we dealt with in a basement experience.
We are in a cavern.
We're in the
It's
basement.
through the basement, like the,
basement's
walls on
basement.
the other side. Yes.
Okay, to be fair, let's say Mr. Winscott came through here. He must have seen that light too. There's a
Did
good
we-
chance.
Where do the footprints lead?
Yes.
So, the footprints. Let's see here. From here, I don't think you can see any more footprints. They've kind of disappeared because the dust is no longer settled here.
Well, let's assume he went to check out the light.
He would stay down here
Hey,
at all.
yeah, that kind of.
I mean, what you can definitely establish, because of where you know where you're at. If you just keep heading west,
West.
you will be heading straight towards the river.
So going south.
And
kinda.
the light heads to the south. It is coming from the south.
Yes.
That's disturbing. Is town towards the south?
Town's kind of all around. The house wasn't really on the outskirts of
It
town.
was kind of like in the middle of.
Okay.
What knowledge roll would it be to figure out if there's any sort of naturally, anything that could be making that light?
I think it would be a natural history. Or
Natural
natural world.
Natural world, alright. I didn't know if
Yeah.
it'd be like,
It's about the same to like
chemistry or
nature check.
geography.
I mean, yeah, without being able to go up and see it right now.
Yeah,
It's
just
going to
what I
take.
would know naturally that could make that kind of light.
It'll take a critical
That's
success.
what it
Can
takes
I
to
also make that roll?
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it?
Nope. About 7 times what I need.
Dang, you got
Are you
me
fucking
up to
serious?
What?
We need a critical success?
Yes.
I got an 8. I need 2.
Oof, that's a lot for you too.
Are you gonna burn the luck?
Hey,
The question is it worth it?
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I don't
I
think
don't
it's
either.
worth it.
It was a shot in the dark for me.
Yeah.
It might at best it probably
No, I'm not gonna burn it. Not this time.
Well,
Okay.
do we go the path that we know leads to a relative area, or do we go down the one with the light?
I think we can do safe bet first, and then.
I feel like the. Well,
safe
hold
back and then
on.
double back.
We don't know what kind of weird light Winscott may have had. He could be hurt. He could be lost.
Yeah, he's.
If
also
anything
our
else,
nature.
we're down here looking for him at this
Yeah.
point.
We don't
I feel
Our
like-
priority should be
And
finding Mr.
I feel like we
Winscott.
should go to the path where it looks as though civilization is most likely.
Should
and
we
that
call
would be
out
the
to
light.
him? Or do we want to keep
Yeah.
quiet here?
And
Winscott!
Okay.
Never mind.
without him, you also do not get your pay.
Exactly. He is our paycheck.
I call out Winscott and lose.
So I tighten my grip on my hammer.
I will
There's
keep a
no
close eye
reply.
behind us.
There's no reply.
No reply.
Is
So,
there any sound?
everyone make a listen check.
Oh, right. Oh.
I intentionally dumped that for this guy.
He doesn't listen to anyone but himself.
Lynch listens. This guy's not
Well, I
good.
got a hard
Guys.
I
success.
also have a hard success.
I got a
92.
33 out
I
of
put
30.
50 points in this. This is what I get.
So,
I got a 29 out of
31.
60.
My listen is only 30.
oh well.
all of you with success, you can hear after the call out, you hear some scurrying down the pathways to the south. Though,
Oh.
kind of hard to tell.
Like rats
What?
or something.
Could be rats.
Anybody hear anything?
Yeah, there's
I heard
some
nothing.
scuffing down there where the light
Is
is.
something moving?
Yeah. Sounds faint though, like a rat or something.
Could be Winscott. He could be hurt or something. Maybe he can't call back out for help.
You're getting concerned super fast.
Just
He's
so you
got
know.
the money.
Okay, hold on, hold
Fine,
on.
You take the lead.
You
by
see these
20
bones
paces.
here?
Yeah.
Those people did not do that to themselves.
Yeah. It happened over 100 years ago.
Yeah,
It's
but the letter
relatively
said
flat walking space. So
something happened to
Whatever
these guys.
happened down here happened 100 years ago. Whatever did it is obviously dead at this point.
Just be
Uh-huh.
cautious.
You
Frick.
know, things breed. If it was an underground animal, it could have another generation on it.
There's no animal. We need to find
You
Winscott.
don't know, do you?
I don't know.
we
You're
need
right.
to be cautious.
I agree that we need to be cautious.
Extremely.
But we need to do something.
Eyes and ears out. You're up front.
You
Let's
can't
go.
I'm gonna put on like my
Yeah.
welding
It's the wrong thing to do to leave.
guard, the protective
I
gloves,
agree with Mr. Blackwell.
apron. There's the fucking word.
All I'm saying is use cautious.
And my
Caution.
helmet. Like okay,
Luckily,
You
something
know-
falls. I don't want it to
Can't
crush my
repair.
skull.
With all of that on, go ahead and give yourself 2 extra hit points.
Just
Oh.
a temporary hit point kind
Oh,
of.
Yeah.
man. He's improved himself.
All right.
It's called
I'm gonna
genetic
stop.
modification.
I look at the rest of the group and
You have
give
Or
them a
sorry,
quick nod,
Like
indicate that
augments,
we're moving out, and I start
cyberpunk
carefully going to the south.
Sounds about right.
All right.
I want to draw on the ground where we're going.
Is
And
it
on the
stone
wall
or
as well.
like dirt?
It's
Are you
stone.
gonna write
Stone?
all of our
Okay.
initials
You gotta use
No,
it.
prove
arrows.
to the next person that hey, these people went this direction.
We at least made it this far.
No, if we have to make a quick retreat, I want to know
Which
exactly
way?
where to
Then-
turn.
The arrow and put like H for house.
On the ground and the wall.
So, now one thing I will note: it is currently 9:11 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's been an adventure.
you're currently moving deeper into the caves beneath the house.
We're going
As-
south.
Eerie green light in the distance,
Rolling.
and the sounds of scurrying.
It's gonna go
This
in there.
group has found themselves in a very precarious situation again, but so far, you cannot say too strange. Nothing's called your name, nothing's floating,
Nothing's go get out. So far. So
Yep.
Yeah.
no blood from the ceilings.
No glowing eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we don't know what that light
We're doing pretty good.
This is one big
So with
area.
this, I believe we find our group about to move forward, but calling it an end for tonight.
So
Next
we once
time.
again hear the call of Cthulhu.
And friends.
Hey! No.
Well, all right. Yep. Stop stream. Stop recording. Hopefully next time the fucking battery.
Bye, have a good time.
God,
I
it
think we
pisses
just
me
need a
off.
better cord for it, because literally I wiggled it and then all of a sudden it said recording,